Aloha everybody, Dr. Sierra here. Taking a little break from some of my other doctor videos where I'm giving information about different conditions and food and whatnot. And I want to tap into one of my other areas of study, which is massage therapy, craniosacral therapy, and also I have a bit of experience in the home birth world and working with midwives and doulas who are trained to do really gentle releases for babies after they're born that are really different craniosacral techniques for babies. So I wanted to show you a couple hands-on techniques for babies. You can literally do this immediately after birth. There's almost no contraindications. I can't think of any contraindications. The pressure that you use is like the weight of a nickel, so almost no pressure whatsoever. So we'll see if my little baby Eckhart will be a demonstration model baby for us. I give him these treatments all the time, so I'll see if he can be still enough. I'm going to show you 3 different techniques. Okay, so the first one is right after baby's born. You want to feel along the lines of where the skull bones come together, and you just feel very gently. You're just feeling the plates of the skull, and there should be a little bit of space in between each plate of the skull. And so you just take a moment and feel around, and what you're feeling for is this tiny, tiny little space in between the bones. And if at any point you feel like the bones are overlapping, all you do is place your fingers very gently, you know, like I said before, the weight of about a nickel, so almost no pressure at all. And all you do is hold your fingers there several times until you feel the bones open up, relax, and move apart from each other, and create that little bit of space in between the bones. My baby had one area where his skull overlapped, and after just several rounds of treating him like this, it immediately opened up and created some space. Another technique that's really important to give to babies as soon after birth as possible is where you actually hold the base of their spine and the top of their spine simultaneously. So one hand goes to their lower back, and when you're doing this with a tiny little baby, you're holding the whole baby up off the ground, and they weigh almost nothing. My boy's a big chunk now, but you just hold them here and let them do all their unwinding, all their wiggling, and all I'm doing is holding. I'm not manipulating anything. I'm just holding, letting my hands be nice and relaxed, and allowing his tissue, his structure to unwind in whatever way it needs to. So when he was smaller, he would always unwind to one side more than the other. Now he's pretty symmetrical. If they start to fuss and get upset, just stop. Don't force it with them. Usually they're pretty happy with it. I try to time it for when he's in a good mood, when he's well fed and well napped, and he's just in cruise mood anyway. So that particular technique really brings together the base of the spine, top of the spine, and balances out the cerebral spinal fluid, which is what circulates up and down the spine, and it's what's bathing the brain. The brain is floating in this fluid. So you just are there to, if you think of it as a river, kind of removing any debris, any dams in the little river, and just letting that fluid flow through. The final technique that I like for my baby, and all babies will benefit from this. Nursing is really intense on the facial structure and the jaw. It's really important. It helps for the jaw to develop. It brings a lot of structure to the face. And this is a super simple craniosacral hold. And all you're doing is placing your hands with your thumbs together towards the middle of the forehead and just letting your hands just rest. Essentially, I'm draping over the facial bones, and there's a lot of cranial nerves that come through the bones of the face, and these nerves are innervating the muscles, the jaw, the structure of the face. So by contacting him here with my hands, I'm just giving the signal to his tissue, his connective tissue, that it can unwind any little bits of tension that it might have. So right now would rather play with my hands, so it's not the best demonstration, but this is the placement. He gets a little tension up in here, so I just am mindful of that, and I just hold him gently here. So those are the three. Feeling the different bones of the skull, and then just holding, if they're overlapping at all, the base of the skull and the base of the spine, and then a little facial release. For all that hard work he's doing nursing all the time. Okay, I hope that helps, and I hope you get to have some time with your babies or somebody else's baby and just get to give them some loving touch. Peace.